I'm response officer in West Durham. We cover quite a large area. It's a mixture of rural and urban towns. So you've got from the moors on the west of Concert all the way down to the motorway at Chesley Street. And it's covering all of the 999 calls.
Stu, he's a good friend, both in and out of work. I met him when I started on the shift. He's got maybe a year on top of me in service.
We're really good mates. We have a nickname, Bangers and Smash, for each other. I'm Smash and he's Bangers Anderson. So we spend a fair bit of our time on the sort of country lanes that link the villages up. Used as rat runs for people who maybe shouldn't be using the road and don't want to be caught by anyone, or certainly don't want to be seen doing what they're doing.
It's difficult sometimes to do this job. I think some people do genuinely hate the police. I don't think they realise that underneath this uniform there's skin and bone and a person.
We've been doing a vehicle inquiry in the Ledgate area, and we're travelling back. Martin was due off at 11 o'clock.
As we've been driving back towards the station, we've seen a little silver Fiesta pull out of the junction in front of us. Initially didn't think too much of it.
So he's entered the 30-mile-an-hour zone and overtaken the other car in front of us at quite a speed. And I think at that point he's maybe noticed the police car was behind.
We've put the blue lights on, initially thinking that we're going to be in a pursuit. However, no sooner have we put the blue lights on, the car has turned right into a petrol station.
He's pulled over straight away, and me thinking he might run away from the car. I was passenger in our car, so I've jumped out and opened the driver's door and handcuffed the male just to detain him.
Just putting these cuffs on you, could detain you.
Right, what for?
Until we find out what's going on, because of what you've just done there.
Because of the overtaking?
Wasn't just overtaken though, was it?
Yes.
Stu's speaking to the male who's initially compliant. He's a little bit mouthy, but not too much, nothing that we haven't ever dealt with before. You're detained and under arrest.
What for? You've got to tell us what for.
Detained till we find out what's going on and who the car is and everything.
Car's mine.
We'll get him into the back of the police car. LELA 2854.
As Martin did the checks on the radio, I was chatting to him and I could smell alcohol about his person.
All right, so that's a fresh seal tube.
I've asked him to provide a roadside breath test on the garage forecourt.
Seal your lips around the tube, and it's just one long continuous blow until I tell you to stop, OK?
Sure enough, he fails the breathalyzer and he's arrested by Stu for drink driving.
At 22:50, you're under arrest for providing a positive breath test at the roadside.
I'm organising a custody site, and while that's ongoing, Stu's searching him.
You got anything in your pockets at all?
No.
No? No. Just put it down, mate.
We've searched his jacket, which was empty, and then in his right-hand trouser pocket, I've reached in there and straight away felt something heavy, metallic. I've pulled that out and it's been a knuckle duster.
You're also arrested on possession of an offensive weapon for that knuckle duster as well.
He's drink driving. He's now got knuckle dusters on him. You know, what is this lad's intentions?
I've sat him back down in the back of the police vehicle, at which point his attitude's changed.
I'll have me normal belongings back.
No, you won't. You're under arrest.
Can you bag everything up? Do you know what I've got there?
I do, yeah.
He's wanted me to count the money that I've placed on top of the car. My main concern is getting him secure in the back of the car.
I'm not counting it.
Well, you best do it now, then.
Get yourself in the car.
Best do it now.
Get yourself in the car.
Best do it now.
I've asked him twice, he hasn't done it. I'm getting him in that car regardless. Counting his money is the last of my worries at that point.
Put in the car.
It's kicking out at Stu. I can't really see what's going on.
I was kicking the chest and the legs. I can't remember how many times. He appeared to be cycling in the air.
My instinct is that I need to get this lad away from Stu because I don't know what's happening. I don't know whether he's managed to get hold of another weapon.
I've grabbed the handcuffs with my right hand. He's immediately pulled my hand in and bit me thumb.
Go on, fight me!
So I've naturally pulled away, grabbed it with my left hand.
Let me over, go!
And the next thing I can remember, there's one of his digits in my eye. The eye's been fish hooked, I'm sort of blur vision in one eye, my thumb's hurting on the other hand.
Get out of the car now!
At that point, the driver's side passenger door's open and Martin's been there.
I physically pull the lad from the vehicle.
Get out of the car!
There was an individual with a mobile phone shoved in our faces. The back of my head, I'm thinking, we've got knuckle dusters on the top of the car. Thinking at any point, is the person that's recording, is he going to put a boot in?
Get out of the car now! What are you doing? It's all on record. No,
I've gone for my radio at that point, but in the melee, it's been knocked off and that's hanging by the earpiece wire.
Get on the car. He was strong, he was very agile.
Calm down.
It didn't matter what we tried to do on the floor, restraint-wise, couldn't do anything with him. He could just get out of everything.
Calm down. Get your knee off your face now. No, because you're tensing up and you're pulling away. Because you're fucking riding us about it.
This person who was just quite happy to film it, he offered no assistance at all. He was taking enjoyment out of two police officers being assaulted, and Stu's radio was clearly hanging from him.
Get the fuck off us.
This lad, you'd think he was greased up. You just couldn't get your hands on him properly. He's lifting his hips, he's lifting his shoulders.
Right, you're going to get petted. Do you want to be petted?
He'd obviously had some sort of fight and groundwork training.
No, Mum's not worth this. Come on, lad.
Crowd control. You fucking muppet. Scared, aren't you? Fucking little. Go on, knees again, you fucking mug.
The handcuffs were pivotal, really, because if we didn't have them handcuffs on him, I don't think we would have been able to keep control of this lad.
What's the stuff on the top of the car?
I'd struck the panic button, the orange button on the radio, and we knew that there was officers travelling towards us.
Stop fucking needing us.
Well, stop resisting!
Get on your front!
I don't have to, I'm not doing anything. Get the fuck up. God, drag me.
Right, you're going to stay like that until the van gets here.
Get off me fucking neck.
Ellie, at the petrol station.
You fucking take these cuffs off. What are you fucking doing? Is she daft?
He's verbally aggressive, he's kicking his legs out.
Watch me fucking wrist, man. Get off them cuffs now.
Stop resisting then!
Shut the fuck up,
Stay on the floor and stop tensing up! He managed to turn his head and managed to spit full into my face as well.
Shut up, you fucking muppet. What are you gonna do?
Right, you can have an assault PC as well then for spitting.
You got one of these. No, you've just fucking bashed me. Get off them cuffs, man. Get off them fucking
Right,
cuffs
bite
now.
me!
Get off them fucking
Do not
cuffs.
bite me!
Martin's unfortunately got the top half and I can hear him say, "Don't bite me." So he's obviously using his teeth as a weapon yet again.
Well, fucking that's on you. You sprayed us. I'll spray you again.
Me and Stu somehow managed to change ends and he was physically biting out at Stu as well.
Fucking get you.
I go to these... choking up. We just cannot pin him down. And then I've drawn me incapacitant spray and delivered a 1 second burst to his face.
Don't breathe! Don't breathe! Don't breathe, monkey! It'll do fuck all!
The bystander, the member of the public, I can see his feet as I'm looking up. He's shouting, "Go on."
Do not breathe, pal! That's it, go on! Nothing to go fuck all, son!
I'm very aware there's a knuckle duster on top of my police car.
Go in now!
The headlights pull up onto the forecourt and light the scene up and hear shouting from colleagues and you start recognise voices because you haven't got time to look up to see what's happening. It's a massive relief.
Jess, your stuff's on top of the car.
Backup arrived, which meant we were able to get a bit of a breather. There was some fresh cops who managed to take control.
He's a bite of mine, Dave.
One, two, three.
Thinking back, it's one of those situations where my handcuffs were my best friend. If I hadn't handcuffed him straight away, would have been a completely different outcome.
Right, after 3, step in the van, OK?
If you've been punched in the face, yeah, it's not nice, but after a few days, your bruise is going to be gone. With a bite that's brought the skin, being spat on, you've got to go for tests. Them tests take months to come back, and you've always got it in the back of your mind. You try not to think about it, but every now and again it'll pop up again, and you think, well, actually, you know, have I going to have contracted something from this person?
In September 2019, the Home Office revealed that there were over 414,000 public order offences in England and Wales, a rise of 9% compared with a year earlier.
One of the risks that we have is if we have many of our officers and staff who are assaulted 2, 3, 4 times in their career, they're going to start to see members of the public, if we're not careful, as a threat, as opposed to people who are the same as us and we just happen to wear a uniform.
It is a world that some people live in where they think it's acceptable to threaten and be aggressive. And sometimes, actually, some of the role models of these, I'm going to say, younger people aren't as positive as they should be.
I grew up in a small town, a bit like Scunthorpe, really, and went into the forces. So, not in a cocky way, but I've been around, seen and done it, you know, and I thought coming into this job, I was pretty worldly wide, really. Wow, no, I had no idea what I was letting myself in for. It's totally not what I thought it would be. Small pockets of the public, how they speak to you, there's no respect for the police. It was a massive eye-opener for me, real eye-opener.
When I joined at 18, I didn't really have any expectations of how I would be viewed by the public or what people would think of me.
Indeed. Me and Kaylee, we've been friends 7 or 8 years. We just fell together.
We spend a lot of time out of work together, go on holiday together and walk the dogs together. We're close. Emma is a brilliant police officer. There's nothing that she won't face. What you see is what you get, you know, salt of the earth sort of person.
So I saw 2 chaps up here. It was a couple of months ago now. It was sort of like the dead of night and I was driving along. There's 2 and I saw one slip something to the other one and I thought, I'm nailed on, it's definitely a drug deal. I got out and it was a chocolate bar.
Ashby is about a mile from Scunthorpe town centre.
It's almost like a little town within a town, if that makes sense.
It's got its own sense of community, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has really, Ashby, yeah.
More so than any of the other wards. It's got its own sort of identity.
I've been in homicide now about 12.5 years. Before, I was a police community support officer for 10 years, covering the same area as Scunthorpe. I was double crewed with Emma that day in a van, and we got called to a job. And while we was in the area, we received a couple of calls on our radio to say, oh yeah, the male you're looking for is on a certain street in Ashby. The male has been seen with a machete. He's got a bit of wood and he's possibly had some nunchucks or some chains or something like that. The male was known to Emma.
Yeah, it's him, yeah. XHBX 31. Can you just get another unit to come down here, please?
Emma got on the radio and just said, can another unit just start making the way down there? He's got a stick, mate, just be careful.
Come over here, come here, I want to speak to you.
Given the people on the street, we decided to kind of like walk him away from everyone so we could have a chat with him.
They were goading him a little bit, you know, scaring him almost. You know, the police are coming to take you away, you better start running, that kind of thing. I'm just taking you away from all this group, that's all.
Yeah,
Okay.
lovely. Do you know what?
We'd managed to take him away, you know, just so what we were doing and discussing with him was in private. We could take the weapons from him safely.
Listen.
Right, listen to me, listen. Because you've got all this on, I'm listening to you.
I'll take off.
On you.
No, lovely.
All right.
Emma took the bit of wood off him and I could clearly see something on his waistband, 2 bits of wood and a bit of chain.
Go on.
Unfortunately, a group of the males decided to follow us. They was really goading him. I could hear people shouting for him to sort of like grab us. They were telling him to run. And it was at that point there I decided I needed to push my button. As soon as we literally physically put a hand on him, it just went off.
Calm down.
It was just carnage. I couldn't really give updates over the radio to let them know what was going on.
It just literally happened in seconds.
He was in a garden. We managed to kind of like corner him almost. He pulled the nunchucks from his trousers and he was actually swinging them. I could hear them. I could hear them shouting. I'm going to swear now as well, but I could hear them shouting like, you know, fucking smack her, hit her, she's a fucking slag.
There must have been 5 or 6 people around us trying to pull the male away from me, just trying to stop us doing our job.
We actually had hold of him then. We took him across the road. Again, this crowd closed in around us. I was actually quite scared.
But you need to move back now.
It became quite apparent to the officers who was arriving. It was just a full-scale public order situation.
There were police cars everywhere. There were people all over the shop, ranging from like middle-aged people down to small children. They were shouting, so music blaring. It was just chaos like I've never known.
What the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing that to me? Move away! I've told you! Move away now! Move back! Move.
Even the ones who was not necessarily involved in trying to stop us from arresting the male, I think they were just carried away in the moment. It was... That's all I could describe it as. I don't even know why they're so angry.
Move back!
Stop pushing
Move away! Move away now!
Don't fucking push me!
Move away or you'll get lost! Move back!
Hold his head. What's that?
Shot to the back, mate. Bring it forward. Bring him forward. Right. That's fine.
Emma took the male down to the police van with a couple of others. I thought it was probably at that point my opportunity to go speak to her, check she was safe, and ask her what the hell had gone on.
There was her in the white top and her in the peach. They were physically pulling me back when I had hold of him, trying to obstruct me. Yeah. They were telling him to like hit us and stuff, you know. We was able, myself and James, to identify the perpetrators. One of them being this female in the peach tracksuit.
You're all a bunch of wankers, you actually are. Do your jobs properly.
We are, thank you.
He was the one that was grabbing her, pulling her, obstructing her, and basically she was the real problem. Armed with this knowledge, I've gone to effect an arrest.
Bailey, this one.
She knew exactly what was coming, and as soon as I've put hands on her, she's then taken her a chance and pulled from my grip. She's much bigger than I am, and chinned me.
Just watch everyone else. Just watch Between us all, we took her to the floor in like a control movement.
I had a few seconds of, you know, deer in the headlights, what's just gone on.
I felt quite bad because, like, she's like one of my friends, and it was me who'd pointed out this female, saying, you know, she was causing me problems. So Kaylee's gone to assist me, and obviously took a punch in the face for her efforts.
Tell you what, I swear to God, you fucking put right. Move back, or you'll get locked up.
I went back to Emma. Right, who's next, Emma? And she identified another female, again distinctive, with sunglasses and, you know, a distinctive jacket, and said she'd done the same.
I still don't understand why they wanted to get involved and why they did. Then it suddenly escalated.
Keep it on. You're under arrest for obstruct police.
Once those two females have been arrested, it's all about trying to restore the peace, trying to get everybody calm again, you know, to reduce the noise and the arguments and everything else.
Right, are you going to calm down?
Yes, I'm calm.
Right, OK.
I'm calm. All right,
Just have a look at his cuffs for me,
I really am sorry.
There were a lot of us, and it's then important to learn when to withdraw, because our mere presence can then aggravate people. I felt quite a lot of discomfort and swelling to this side of my face. All that night, my neck was starting to seize up. You know, credit to her, it was a good punch. And yeah, it did cause quite a bit of discomfort for a couple of days.
I think it was a bit of entertainment for them. You know, just the way they were goading the mail, the things they were saying to us. Yeah, I think it was a bit of sport for them, a bit of entertainment. The sentencing for the female that assaulted Kaylee is a joke, ridiculous. What's £50? It's nothing, is it? It's not even about the money, the compensation. It's just they need to send out a clearer message. You can't just go around smacking police officers, paramedics, you know, emergency workers. You can't do it. It's not, you know, we were called there to do our job and it was just uncalled for.
I think it's really important after an incident that we engage with the community again, because like I say, it's not all of that street. Not everybody was out for blood, not everybody hates the police. You know, there's some really nice, honest, decent people down there. I think it's so important that we build those bridges and let them know that we are still here for them.
In the year 2018 to 2019, Nearly 9,500 people joined the police in England and Wales, the highest number for 10 years. After taking into account people leaving the force, in real terms, it was only an extra 766 officers. But the government have announced they want to recruit 20,000 new officers before 2023.
The announcement of the government very recently, 20,000, is very welcome, and that will have a really significant impact. But in my mind, there isn't a doubt that under austerity and those reducing numbers, there will have been occasions where officers have been alone.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get on the floor now! Get on the floor! Get on the floor! Get on the floor now! Get up! Put it down! Put it down!
It's a really tough job. It's got its challenges. You will encounter things that you shouldn't encounter. You will have to deal with things that nobody should have to deal with. You enter people's lives, sometimes at the most traumatic that they've ever been through. But you also have to accept that you will face some real hostility, some violence.
Violent crime has been steadily rising in London. The Met Police recorded over 215,000 incidents in 2018 to 2019, a rise of over 13,000 on the year before.
You all right? You have to call. Hey, go, police. What is radio?
I need an ambulance now. I've been stabbed with Machete.
You need help? Hurry up!
PC Stuart Oughton has been patrolling London for over 10 years.
With Waltham Forest comes every sort of crime that you can find across London. If it happens in London, it will happen at some point in Waltham Forest. I joined as a very fresh-faced 19-year-old back in 2009, and when you're going into someone who's in their maybe mid-40s, they've got 3 children, one of them's the same age as you or something, and you're going in there and telling them how to live their life and how to change their ways. It's an extremely steep learning curve. It's definitely changed me, and it's probably changed me permanently. It only started at 10 o'clock that night. Nothing much was happening on the radio. Me being traffic orientated, I was looking around for any road-based offenders and considering my dinner options later on in the night. So a perfectly normal night shift to begin with. Approaching midnight, this van was 17 years old. It was a 52 plate. And this is down Leighton High Road where there's no warehouses, no industry. No one needs a white van at that time of the night. So it immediately raises suspicion. Run it through PNC. And it just flashed up as no insurance. So I put on my blue lights and my two-tone, signalled this vehicle to stop. The driver didn't get out of the van. I could just hear muffled voices of my colleague trying to talk to him through the window.
Come round. You need to come round.
And then the brake lights have gone on, and then the vehicle started to drive away.
No, he's going.
I've called up on my radio channel that the vehicle's starting to make off, and we start a very slow speed pursuit. We didn't get no more than 25 miles an hour. So it wasn't going that far before he stopped, maybe no more than 300-400 metres down the road, just underneath Leighton Midland train station.
Standby vehicle's now coming to a stop.
He's got out of the vehicle and walked between my vehicle and his and was just looking at me, shouting at me. I couldn't really hear what he was saying, so I got my colleague to get him over to the path.
Sir, come here. Sir, come here. You're gonna knock me down. Sir, come over here. Sir, what do you want? Come over here. I'll speak to you. I'll tell you what I want. Sir, come here and I'll speak to you.
What do you want?
Don't believe you got any insurance on the vehicle. Is it
What
your vehicle?
do you want?
I don't think you got any insurance on your vehicle.
I got out of my van. He was already walking back towards his van door.
Have you got... No, you're not going. Sir, you're not going. Have you got...
Hello?
What do you want?
You've got no insurance on your vehicle, sir.
Could you move
Where are you going?
Could you move away?
Where are you going?
Move away.
Join me on the pavement, please. Where are you going?
Move away.
He's just reached over to his door and tried to close it, which has just bounced off my leg.
You're not driving away, sir. You're not driving away.
And before I could even blink or think, he's punched me in the face twice.
You're not driving away, sir.
Move away.
Don't you dare.
I'd call it almost a sucker punch. It was enough to feel it and to know that it wasn't an accident. I then start to arrest him for assault on police. I tell my colleague standing just off to my left to call for more units.
More units. Get more units now.
More units.
And as I grab him, because he starts trying to get between his seat and the van wall to get into the back, and I grab him with both hands, so my radio falls to the floor, and me and him start having a bit of a scrap inside the driver's area of his van.
You're under arrest for assault, police. Don't have the same thing, mate. Potential steal, mention, question, touch, like, in court. Anything you do, so may be given evidence. You're about to be... You're about to be...
He's trying to get back there and reach for something. Obviously, I can't see what it is.
Stop fighting, stop resisting.
And he's broken through my grip and leant across. And then he started hitting me with something and grunting as he's hitting me. At that point, I wasn't really concentrating on what he was hitting me with. I realised it was hurting, but I was still trying to grab him and drag him out until I realised that my head is getting really wet really quickly. I was bleeding a lot. So I've kind of focused in on his right hand, and that's when I've realised it's a really long, quite rusty-looking machete. It's almost like in the action movies where everything goes slow motion and then it's, oh wait, that's Machete and that's been hitting me. I backed away to draw my taser, and as I backed away, he's been following me at the same pace, if not quicker, than I'm backing away from him. And he's still swinging, slicing, chopping. He's going for me, and at that moment, if I don't stop him, he'll kill me. I've drawn my taser. As I've fallen, I've fired. And he falls down next to me. If I pass out through loss of blood, I can't keep that taser going, and then he might get up and finish what he started. So it's down to me to keep the button pressed, to keep the electricity going, to keep him on the floor until my colleagues turn up. My colleague managed to discard the knife somewhere away and then kept that knife secure whilst I kept the suspect on the floor.
Hold him. Hold him, officer.
I've noticed my radios by the van, so I've shouted at some members of the public who were there.
Get my radio! Get my radio!
They've managed to pass me my radio and not even looking at what channel I'm on or what's going on. I've just pressed the talk button and I've just asked for an ambulance.
Give it to him. For the radio.
I need an ambulance now. I've been stabbed with Machete.
I'm trying to. Hurry up! Shut up! He's stabbed. Officer, you need help.
Hey, in High Road Junction, Cooper's Lane.
It's when I'm looking on the floor and I'm almost watching a steady stream, almost like an open tap, pouring off my own head. That's when I realise that I am in a fair amount of trouble. And the blood's pouring down my face and all I can smell is the iron content in my own blood. And that's kind of, that smell, I remember because that's when I kind of realised that I am in a fair amount of bother and I kind of need to get some help. Because I've done as much as I can, I need some assistance now.
You need help?
A couple of members of the public came over to me and they were doing their best to try to stem the flow of blood from me, that they're going to step in and help those who protect them, they're going to protect the protectors, so to speak. That electricity arcing through him, and then I can hear the sirens of my colleagues turning up. I don't know how long I was there for, but felt like an eternity, but it was probably only 15, 20 minutes before they got me in the back of the ambulance and carted me off to hospital. Once on the back of the head, just above the scalp, twice along the hairline, one on the forehead, one above my left ear and one above my right ear. The one above the left ear managed to fracture the skull and sever an artery. And then as I've been joined taser, I believe that's when he's got me several times on my hand and arm, fracturing fingers and severing a couple of tendons that control the fingers. The injury on my head was the worst, but the injury that did the most damage was my hand. There's a solid 8 weeks where I couldn't close my right hand. If I tried to, I'd have snapped a tendon and I'd have gone back to square one. And then once I could even make a fist, then I've got nearly 8-12 weeks of muscle wastage in an arm where I've not been able to do anything, and I've had to rebuild the muscle and even almost retrain the fingers to make the same movements as what they did beforehand. It's a very slow process.